Hi, I'm Annette Pasternak, the Stop Skin Picking Coach. And today in the series of picking different body parts, we're going to cover the chest and breasts. So this is a really sensitive, very embarrassing area for people, but also very common. So we're gonna go over some strategies, some very practical tips for how to stop picking at those areas. But I also just wanna say, this can be a really difficult area when you're having a difficult time emotionally in life. So just want to remind you that, YouTube is not, it's not where you can get every kind of thing that you need, so maybe going for some therapy or making sure you have other emotional support in your life is really important. But now we can talk about practical suggestions. This will be a good way to reduce overall the amount of this kind of picking that you do on a daily basis or, just regularly. And it can also start to reduce the kind of picking that you're doing like once in a while, sort of like if you do binge picking, if you're very upset, if there's certain situations, stressors, things going on in your family or whatever, if you are working to reduce the habitual picking, then those kind of like bigger sessions are also they're going to still happen. They're going to be like the last picking to go away, but they are going to get better too, because your body will just, end up doing, say, 20 minutes instead of an hour, or, fill in whatever times there are appropriate. That's just a total example out of left field. But that's the idea. These strategies we'll be talking about, they will rely on the truths that if you pick by sight, what you don't see, you won't pick at. Also, what you don't see well, you won't pick at. And if you pick by feel, what you don't touch, you won't pick at. Okay, so basically we want to prevent ourselves from looking at or touching our skin. That is the main problem. Okay, we look at our skin too much, we touch our skin too much, and those things are what leads to the picking. So the first strategy is simply to change your clothes in the dark. This, if you make sure you do this, and if changing your clothes is a typical time when you end up doing this picking behavior, then this will just prevent it completely. If you need to see it to do it, you're not gonna do it. You're not gonna pick. So changing your clothes in the dark, showering in the dark or in red light. So you can change out your light bulbs. You can either just make it dimmer, take down the dimmer, use a night light, all that, or use a red light. Okay, so these smart bulbs, I'll link one in the notes below, as well as some other products I will talk about. Skin looks flawless in red light. You won't really see enough to be interested in picking. So the next thing is Tegaderm transparent waterproof dressing, waterproof transparent dressing. And this is very helpful. I used to wear it like here and here, and it's totally smooth there instead of a bunch of scabs, and it lets it heal. You know that when there's less to pick at, you're gonna do less picking. So this really gives it a chance to heal up for a while. It says you can wear it up to a week. I found that, I was taking like a dance class a couple times a week and I would sweat under it, and then it got a bit itchy, but I could usually wear it for 3 days or so, and that was very helpful. And finally, a fourth strategy is one that I got from a client of mine. She found it so helpful to wear this shapewear, but backwards. Okay, so I'll show you what she was wearing, a couple different examples, and basically, like, you see the front is open, but she would just put it on backwards, and it was a pretty high neck in front then, and it was fitted, so she just wouldn't go, under it and pick during the day. Because sometimes, let's face it, like when you're picking, it's like, it could be you're sitting at your computer That used to happen to me a lot. So, you know, if you have something there that like you really can't get in too easily, that's going to be helpful. I think she was probably wearing it all day, if I remember correctly. So more specifically then, here it's possible that you're picking also at your breasts, at the areola around the nipple, or the nipple itself. And here I think it's important to realize a few things. One, that bumps around the nipple are normal. Well, they can be pimples, but more likely they're Montgomery glands. And either way, it's important to just tell yourself in your self-talk, like, it's normal, leave it alone. I mean, sometimes it's like, because they're glands, it's just like satisfying what to see, like what comes out. So it may or may not help you to tell yourself like it's normal, leave it alone, but certainly do your best. Just tell yourself, leave it alone, it's normal, and it will look better, obviously, if you do leave it. Now, sometimes these areas are bumps because they're blocked, or even pimples if you have. And so you might want to do some exfoliation, and you might want to do some moisturizing. So really, I mean, I guess I'm just saying we might want some skincare there as well. So a little, there are nipple creams for breastfeeding. You can use something like that, or just a general really good moisturizer, and I'll link one below. So that is all for today. What was your most helpful tip, or what do you think will be most helpful? Please share in the comments below. Also, if you have any insights that I haven't mentioned that you'd like to share, please share in the comments, and thank you. And we'll also link the rest of the body parts playlist. So if you want to check out any of the other body parts videos, they will be there.